because of that, me being a very young, flamboyant, super feminine gay boy, or like a fakaleiti at the time, it raised many questions in the household. It raised questions within school. It raised questions within the family, even in the community, right? Because in the Black culture, it's just not, one, it's not talked about, but two, it's not accepted. Period. Like, at all. Like, there's people that rather have their sons be an axe murderer, child molester, rapist, blew up everything in the world, but you cannot be a leiti at all. So that was very, very, very difficult growing up as a kid, you know, and constantly being told what I can't do, being, I don't want to say shunned, but like really understanding at a young age, like, wow, there are certain family members that do not like me, and I can't go around them for, not only for my mental safety, but for my my physical safety. Like having to understand that by the time I was like 8 years old, like no kid should be having to worry about that. That was on my mind, right? And then I have like my dad's side, like my poly side, where it wasn't really talked about me being a leiti or a fa'afafine, but it wasn't. I wasn't like treated differently because of it. I wasn't beaten. I wasn't like kept away from certain people. I was very much like, let this kid just live, you know? So like when I hung out with the girls, it wasn't a problem. When I wanted to help out and do and wash dishes, or like help the old lady sort out koloa in the garage, it wasn't a big deal. And it was very confusing, right? Because it's like my Black side, I have to wear this one hat, and then my poly side, I have to wear another hat, and then sometimes it would clash, right? So growing up, I wasn't necessarily confused with who I was, because I knew at a very young age that I was different.
How early did you know?
I would say I started to notice like that I was different from everyone else when I was in, I want to say a good like 6 years old, like 5, 6 years old. My family members will tell you earlier times when they noticed that I was different, like when they like full on noticed like something's different about that boy, you know. But the earliest times I remember is like 5, 6, like wanting to play with girls' toys, like wanting to learn how to niti, wanting to learn how to weave a fala, wanting to do a taulunga with the girls, and end up mastering it, I would say. But yeah, like and you know, like when you're a kid, you're not thinking that anything's wrong. You know, you're not thinking that you're different from everyone else.
You don't know anything else.
And then what makes it funny is that the kids around you aren't treating you different. The kids are just like, Tootie loves playing with Barbies. Or, like, and Tootie also plays football with us sometimes too. It's not a big deal. But the adults is what, like, they're the ones that made me understand that I'm different, or made me feel like something's wrong.
Something's wrong with you.
And they were very vocal about it too. And mind you, I was just a kid.